Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Taking a look outside with live cam, we're not getting a lot of visibility, and we know that today is starting to be a lot warmer compared to yesterday. 65 degrees. We're going to be checking in with Sarah Spivey later this morning. And good morning, San Antonio. It's 8 o'clock this Sunday morning. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm joined with Sarah Spivey and Sarah Acosta.
So good to always have you on the desk with us, Jonathan.
Thank you, Sarah. And you know, you've been doing a lot of yard work. So yesterday was cold. Today's a little bit warmer. Did you finish your work?
I have so much to do. I'm putting new mulch in. I'm getting rid of all my grass in the front. And Sarah, my alarm on my Vivint camera just went off. It's because I have some slight, it's not even raindrops. I don't know if it's, fog or something, but it set my alarm off.
Wow,
and
that's a pretty sensitive alarm then.
Well, good.
Yeah,
I would hope so.
good.
It's on my driveway.
Absolutely.
But I was like, it's getting all that mulch wet.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sarah. Yeah, there are definitely areas of dense fog out there. In fact, a dense fog advisory until 10 o'clock. You can see that visibility is as low as 0 up in Bernie, as low as a mile in San Antonio, as low as a quarter of a mile in New Braunfels. So if you have early morning plans on the roads this morning, know you're going to be running into some fog and even some light rain showers in some areas. It's 65 in San Antonio, already a mild start to the day. 63 in Bernie, 69 in Hondo, close to 70 degrees out there, nearly 66 in Kerrville as well. Here's a look at the radar, and you can see, yes, there are a few light passing rain showers moving through San Antonio, up toward Bulverde, that Schertz area as well. Seeing just some of this very light, isolated rain in pockets out there. But after 10 o'clock, all that's going to be gone, and we're actually going to see some sunshine today. We'll be near 75 around noon when we'll start to see the sun. 83 for the high temperature, a warm and humid day and breezy at times too. South winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting up to 25. But today is actually going to be one of the cooler days in the week ahead. We could be near 90 degrees at times. I'll have a look at that forecast, and we'll talk about how windy it's going to get in parts of Texas today and what that could mean for our weather as well here in San Antonio. Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. We now have new details in Friday's brutal dog attack that killed one man and hospitalized 3 others on the city's west side.
That's right. The victim and his wife were walking to their car after visiting a relative when the 2 dogs escaped their fenced-in yard and attacked the couple. There is now a memorial where 81-year-old Ramon Najera was attacked and killed. His 74-year-old wife suffered serious injuries, and 2 firefighters were hospitalized. They were all released from the hospital Saturday. The dog's owner, Christian Alexander Moreno, is now facing felony charges of attack by dangerous dog causing death and injury to the elderly. In an arrest affidavit, Moreno told San Antonio police the dogs were fenced in and that the fence was secured by a chain and a U-shaped bracket. However, Moreno wasn't able to show it to police. Neighbors say the dogs were often not wearing a collar or on a leash.
There's a lot of people were scared of them dogs and nothing done about it.
We'd say that the dogs were loose and they were out.
The wife of the man arrested in connection to the deadly dog attack spoke with KSAT. She did not want to show her face. She says she is traumatized by what she saw and in total disbelief. The pets she had in her home became animals she did not recognize.
We're sorry. We never meant for any of this to happen. It was ugly. I didn't raise my dogs to be like this. Nobody did. My husband nor I raised them to be aggressive.
ACS says 3 of the dogs involved have been euthanized.
Meanwhile, a shooting at a Northside apartment complex sent 2 men to the hospital on Saturday. San Antonio police say residents living in the 1200 block of Patricia Drive near Parliament and Bel Air Drive heard the gunshots around 5 Saturday afternoon. Officers at the scene say it's unclear what led up to the shooting. Investigators found 2 men with gunshot wounds near an apartment, and both were taken to University Hospital. Their conditions are unknown.
A Chinese takeout restaurant temporarily shut down for not having hot water, but that wasn't the only violation cited by health inspectors last month. Here's what we found when we went behind the kitchen door.
Walk, located in the 7100 block of Tezel Road, earned an 85 on their January inspection. The inspector found live crawling insects and dead insects throughout the business. Food in the reach-in cooler was stacked on top of other foods without any protective barriers. Their food permit was expired, there was no food manager on site, and food handler certifications were expired. The business was forced to temporarily close because there was no hot water.
Hello, how you guys doing?
I stopped by this week to see if the business had corrected its violations.
Can I ask you some questions?
But the employees weren't talking. They went off to the back to hide. They even closed the kitchen door.
Is that a no?
While waiting for them to return, I noticed they hadn't posted their most recent inspection. This one was from last year.
So for the record, no comment?
As we were leaving, a customer asked about their inspection. After hearing what was in the report, he immediately had second thoughts.
Nah. You're gonna pass?
No, I'll pass.
Okay.
La Palapa Quetracha in the 1300 block of Kirk Place earned an 80 and a re-inspection. The inspector was greeted by an employee's kids running around the restaurant. He then watched an employee use bare hands to grab lettuce. There was no hot water at the hand sink. A cook wasn't wearing a hairnet, and other workers were wearing them the wrong way. Dog food containers were being used to store human food. The inspector told them to remove the containers from the business. Legal Eats, located inside the Cadena Reeves Justice Center, earned an 86. The inspector found 3 live roaches on a pipe in the kitchen, and he found evidence of rodent-chewed plastic, debris, and droppings in several areas. They were told to clean it up and hire pest control services. A tube of roach poison was found on a food storage shelf right above a food prep area. There was no hot water at the hand sink in the kitchen, while another sink had no handles. A missing drip pan from the vent hood resulted in a 6-inch mound of grease. A re-inspection was ordered. For Behind the Kitchen Door, Tim Gerber, KSAT 12 News.
As we continue to celebrate Black History Month, the 4th annual San Antonio African American Book Festival was this weekend at Carver Library's Second Baptist Community Center. This event was created to highlight the importance of Black literature and representation, as well as to encourage Black business. The event has doubled in size since its start 4 years ago, and not even COVID could slow it down.
Since then, the event has grown so much that we hold the authors next door in the community center because it's doubled in size.
The festival had 25 authors their first year, and this year they had 47. Today also marks National Children's Black Book Week to encourage kids of all ethnicities to read more Black literature.
The UIL Girls State Basketball Tournament field has been set. A spot was up for grabs Saturday at Northside Sports Gym as Clark took on Brennan in the Class 6A Regional Final.
That's right, and both teams came out firing in the first quarter. Taylor Ross knocks down a 3 from the wing. Her second 3-ball makes it 7-5 Brennan. Clark responds. Ariana Robertson hauls it in the deflected pass and finishes it to tie it back up. Clark led 26-15 at halftime, and they are heading back to state as Class 6A regional champions, 57-38.
I think we came in knowing that we've been here before and that we knew we just had to start in and take care of business. Our shooting, it was a big help, and I just think the experience we had just helped us calm down and do our job.
Definitely feels great having that same level of intensity and competition that we played last year. We knew we wanted to get there, so we used that as our motivation and boost to lead us here, and it feels great, honestly.
We knew that we could do it, but we have a little bit of a different group. We graduated a lot of phenomenal talent, and so I think it feels equally as sweet. Definitely a lot more pressure this year than we felt last year in this moment.
According to the school's Twitter, the Cougars will take on Capel in the state semifinals next Friday at 7 p.m.
In Class 5A, the Wagner girls look to punch their own ticket to state, taking on Liberty Hill at Littleton Gym.
And the Thunderbirds put on a show. Alina Garza finds Savani Sancho wide open down the court for the lay-in. And a little later, Sancho strikes again, this time with a Euro step for another lay-in. Wagner was up 40-22 in the third quarter and pushed the lead to 20. And the Thunderbirds are going to state 64-48 is the final.
It's
It's an amazing feeling knowing that we're actually going to Alamo Dome. Like, we've been working on this all year just to get to this point.
How about it? I mean, I'm excited. I have all kind of emotions. The girls have worked their butt off since last year. Like, we started like right after the Johnson game last year. We had a team meeting and we did not want to have that feeling in the first round again like we had against Johnson, and they've been working their butt off every day in the summertime, off season, preseason. We had a tough preseason just for this reason.
Wagner will play in the Class 5A state semifinals this Thursday night at the Alamo Dome. And Bernie is also heading to state. The Greyhounds earned a slice of revenge, defeating Fredericksburg in the Class 4A regional final 49-40. This marks Bernie's second appearance at state in the last 3 seasons.
Well, congratulations to all of our local teams, and we wish those going on to the next level good luck.
That's right. Time is 8:10, 65 degrees.
Construction of new homes is driving sales in real estate up, still ahead. What this means for new home buyers and what to expect in the next coming months.
A new challenge aimed towards sustainability. Coming up next, how it works and does it really help you save money and help the planet at the same time.
65 degrees at 8:11 this morning. Visibility is the talk this morning. If you can see outside on that live shot. Sarah Spivey will have updates when we come back. Could you go without buying any non-necessities for months at a time? No new things is a sustainability challenge that experts say is good for your wallet and the planet.
In this Climate Minute, ABC's Ginger Z speaks to an expert who shares advice if you'd like to give it a try.
Americans are obsessed with things.
The average American household has 300,000 things. We have more storage units than Subways, McDonald's, and Starbucks combined.
To save time, money, and help the planet, Ashley Piper took on a No New Things challenge.
When I was needing clothing, things for my home, supplies, makeup, things like that, I was using what I had first.
And if she needed something, she could shop, but only secondhand, utilizing sharing websites like Facebook Marketplace, eBay, and FreeCycle.
Try to kind of write down all the things that you think you or your household, if they're participating, will need during that time that you would traditionally buy new. And then as you write that down, make a note next to it of how might you be able to acquire this in a different way.
When Ashley did No New Things for a year, she saved more than $16,000. Not only is No New Things good for your wallet and the planet, it's good for your mental health.
The psychology is so powerful when it comes to consuming. Because of how we have, it's just sometimes like eating disorders can be, it's about control.
Every way that we purchase things, especially nowadays, is really, it's geared towards that immediacy.
With this Climate Minute, I'm Ginger Z.
It's also more affordable when you buy used or gently used furniture. Right. You can get it at a better price, and
we've been doing clothing rental places, which is nice too, because you're using secondhand clothes rather than.
Yeah. Well, in our business, that's what we do. It's true. We rent all our dresses.
But also in your home, less is more. I think once you start accumulating things, I have hoarder tendencies, so I have to make sure that I did confess that all out.
Oh, there we go, Jonathan. Well, hey guys.
Less is more, folks.
Less is more, and you know what? I wish we could say we were getting more rain, but we only have a few light passing rain showers out there right now, and it is very humid. In fact, dense fog advisory until 10 o'clock. After 10 a.m., we expect this fog to really start to lift, but for now, visibility is down to a mile at the airport. It's 65 degrees, a very mild start to the day. It's nearly 70 in Uvalde. It is 70 in Carrizo Springs, 64 in Del Rio, 66 in Kerrville, 59 is the cool spot in New Braunfels. This is some 15 to 20 degrees warmer than how we started the day yesterday. It's all because it's more humid this morning, and you can really see the humidity when you look at the visibility on the map. As low as a quarter of a mile in New Braunfels and in Austin, as low as 3 miles in Kerrville. Let's zoom into San Antonio. A quarter-mile visibility in Bernie Stage Airfield, less than 2-mile visibility in Seguin. And there are some areas of light rain showers out there. Let's take a look at the radar. We'll go ahead and pause this and zoom in on some of the areas that are seeing at least an isolated shower. A little bit of a lucky shower falling right now between Bulverde and Timberwood Park. This is a brief moderate rain shower right over Bulverde Road and Borgfield Road there in that neighborhood view there. But generally, these are very isolated light rain showers, streamer showers streaming to the north here. If you're getting an isolated shower, you're considered lucky, perhaps a few hundredths of an inch of rainfall, but that is it. We need more rain. Here's a look at your KSAT 12-hour forecast. We anticipate an isolated shower to possible through about 11 and cloudy, foggy skies through about 10. Then afternoon, that's when we'll start to see skies clear. It's going to become warm too, partly cloudy. Temperatures will be in the 80s this afternoon, 83 for the high temperature. Look at these breezes too. Winds from the south at 15 to 20, gusting up to about 25 miles per hour. And even in the evening, very mild. We're still going to be in the 70s at 8 o'clock tonight, all because of that humidity. Again, even though it's foggy and damp out there right now, we expect some sunshine. It's going to be a warm day depending on where you live. 86 in Del Rio, 86 in Eagle Pass, 87 in Gatula, 83 around San Antonio, upper 70s in the Hill Country. Let's take a look at our weather setup because there is a big system off to the west moving through Arizona right now. This is quickly moving to the east, a very fast moving system, even some snow for parts of Arizona. This system is going to bring very high winds to the Panhandle and West Texas down to the Big Bend. High wind warnings in effect, potentially damaging winds for areas like Amarillo all the way down to Fort Davis. Widespread wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour, perhaps even higher, up to 100 miles per hour in the mountains. We'll have to watch to see if this can bring some dust over to San Antonio by tomorrow. But for now, what we do know is that all of the rain is mainly going to be up near Oklahoma, where severe weather is a possibility in Oklahoma. Widespread tornadoes possible there as well. Now, for us here in San Antonio, unfortunately, no major rain from this cold front. By tomorrow morning, it'll be moving through and we'll actually see plenty of sun tomorrow with a brief dip in the humidity. Low humidity tomorrow, 85 for the high temperature, but humid again on Tuesday. We'll be looking at highs in the upper 80s for most of this week, feeling a lot like spring. Now, it's going to be very windy across West Texas today. We don't anticipate that windy of weather here in San Antonio tomorrow, but just know that our next front, Thursday into Friday, does look like it will be pretty windy for us. Not only will temperatures drop from 90 to 68, but we could have some pretty higher wind gusts. So coming up in the next half hour, we'll talk about that second cold front moving through in just a bit.
It's like spring is like, I'm here, and then a cold front comes in, and then it's like, wait, I'm here.
That's February and March. That's exactly how it is oftentimes here for us.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Time is 8:21, 65 degrees.
Coming up, home sales are going up and new construction is to blame. What this means for new homeowners.
Plus, a bottle is being recalled for a possible risk of lead poisoning. What else you need to know about the recall and how the company is offering a solution.
Bindle Bottle is recalling several of its bottles over the potential risk of lead poisoning. The recall includes the 13-ounce, 20-ounce, 24-ounce, and 32-ounce bottles, as well as the 24-ounce bottle that was included in the puppy pack. According to the company, an area of exposed lead in the bottom storage compartment could contaminate unpackaged food. No illnesses have been reported. If you have one of these bottles, you can fill out a form on the company's website to get an at-home repair kit.
And one sector of the real estate sales market experiencing growth is new construction. Sales of new homes rose more than 7% in January from December. It comes at a time where home sales overall have been dropping for a year. In fact, we're currently in the longest period of declining home sales since record keeping began in 1999. Now, analysts see strong new construction sales as a sign of high demand. If that continues, homeowners should be in a good place to sell when mortgage rates eventually come back down.
Are you one of those millennials that looks on Zillow for Zillow alerts, even though you're like, I know I can't afford this home?
I'm always on Zillow.
Me too. And I own a home, but I'm like, oh, look at this like $3.5 million home. But I have to swipe and I have to see.
I have to say, I do live on Zillow. I even ask for information knowing that I'm not there yet.
You're not there yet. Good to know. Good to know I'm not alone. It's 8:26 and 65 degrees.
And coming up, you might have seen these going viral on social media. We're talking about the famous big red boots. Who's wearing them and why are they so popular? Good morning, I'm Jonathan Cotto, and I'm here filling in for Max Massey, and I have to say, Sarah, it's been a good time.
It's always a good time when you're in studio with us for the weekend. Well, thank you, Jonathan, for being here with us. And hey, Sarah, I know the big story this morning is visibility.
Yes.
It set my alarm off on my driveway.
It's foggy, and there's even some areas of light rain showers out there too. Take a look at the visibility as low as a quarter of a mile up I-10 toward Bernie. So be careful this morning if you're heading out early for church or just your early morning errands. A mile visibility in San Antonio, quarter of a mile visibility out in New Braunfels, and less than 2 mile visibility in Seguin. A dense fog advisory in effect until 10. After 10, we expect that fog to really lift. It's also very mild outside. You will not need that jacket this morning. It's 65 in Helotes, 66 Port SA, 63 in Converse, 62 in Canyon Lake, 61 in Comfort, and 66 in Kerrville. Showing you a few of the TransGuide cameras here. As you take a look around the city, you can see that the fog is starting to thicken up a little bit in some areas out there. Again, this is 10 at Probant, and you can see again just some foggier weather out there for some. And we do have some isolated showers. One working its way right now through Seguin. We've got an isolated shower right on that I-10 and 1604 intersection, right by UTSA, and near Bulverde. We're seeing some of that light rain as well. It is the last day for the rodeo today, and if you're planning on heading out across downtown, know that most of this rain will be over by 10, and by noon we'll even start to see some sun. 75 degrees at noon, partly cloudy skies this afternoon, 83 for the high temperature today around San Antonio. South winds breezy, gusting up to about 25 miles per hour. Here's what we're going to talk about in the forecast. Less humid tomorrow, but still warm, all because of a front. That very same front is going to be kicking up some dust in West Texas today, where winds are expected to be very high. We'll be monitoring for that dust to see if it can make it to San Antonio on Monday, and it's going to be very spring-like this week. Upper 80s for the high, near 90 degrees, and even windier on Thursday. I'll show you those potential wind gusts coming up in just a bit. Jonathan, Sarah.
Since the first earthquake in Turkey and Syria, more than 47,000 people have died. It's inspiring acts of kindness here at home. The Raindrop Foundation held a festival Saturday to raise money for earthquake relief. 2 other earthquakes have struck this week, but for one person, this tragedy feels more personal. Not only is she from the region hit by the first quake, she lost her brother, sister-in-law, 45-day-old nephew, and 2 members of her in-laws' family. While she and her family grieve, they're thankful for the support from the world and right here in her new home.
Those people, after the earthquake, they need both spiritual and physical help and financial help. They need all of them.
They raised $15,000 with the festival. If you couldn't make it, the Raindrop Foundation is partnering with Embrace Relief. It's a nonprofit helping to deliver humanitarian and disaster relief. We have a link to donate on our website, KSAT.com.
Nearly a year after Governor Greg Abbott ordered a task force to look at the state's teacher shortages, the state task force is recommending lawmakers to increase salaries, improve training, and commit to respecting teachers' time.
The task force is made up of educators and school administrators investigating why the teacher shortage exists. The group is expected to recommend policy changes to the Texas Education Agency and possibly make the certification process more flexible. The report from the task force will then be shared and made public. Here in the Alamo City, some educational programs like Pre-K for SA have already taken steps to increase pay for our local teachers.
Certainly believe that teachers deserve a pay increase, and at Pre-K for SA, we have built that into our model to make sure that teachers are paid what they're worth in terms of the important work that they do, especially early learning teachers who are often paid less than other teachers in the system.
However, the challenge is implementing those new pay wages across all of Texas. Supporters of teacher raises are hoping that the state's historic $35.7 billion budget surplus will prioritize teacher salaries. And now to the war in Ukraine, entering its second year this weekend.
Intense fighting reported over a key city in Ukraine that's been pounded into rubble. ABC's Patrick Reveal has more from Kyiv.
This morning, Ukraine in a desperate fight to hold the key eastern city of Bakhmut, as Russian forces claim to be advancing in the bloodiest battle of the war so far. Video released by Russian state media showing the devastation there. Ukraine's top ground forces commander in the city, helping personally direct the defense. Both sides believed to have already suffered thousands of casualties, according to Ukrainians fighting on the ground. But Ukraine saying it is holding the line for now. The battle raging as overnight Russia shut down its largest oil pipeline to Poland, one day after Poland delivered the first Leopard 2 tanks to Ukraine. The modern Leopards are an important upgrade for Ukrainian troops currently using Soviet-era tanks, intended to help Ukraine prepare for a spring offensive. Vladimir Klitschko, the former heavyweight boxer and brother of Kyiv's mayor, showing one off.
Thank you, Germany. Thank you, the free world, for all what you do for us, Ukrainians.
But on the diplomatic front, a growing clash between China and Western countries over Ukraine. China at a G20 summit this morning, siding with Russia and refusing to sign a joint statement condemning the war. But Ukrainians are still confident they can liberate their land. These men are training before returning to Bakhmut. Some are from Crimea. Tatars, a Muslim minority persecuted there by Russia.
In your view, do you think it's possible for Ukraine to retake Crimea?
Да, конечно, дело времени.
It's a question of time.
Да.
And that was ABC's Patrick Revel reporting. At least 43 migrants are dead after their wooden boat broke apart after hitting the rocks off the eastern coast of Italy this morning. The body of an infant and several women and children have been pulled from the Mediterranean Sea. Around 80 people clinging to wooden shards in the water had to be rescued. The survivors are from Iran, Pakistan, and Afghanistan. It's unclear where the ship had launched from.
The Environmental Protection Agency says it will make sure all toxic waste from the site of that train derailment in East Palestine in Ohio is disposed of in a safe and lawful way. The regional administrator, Deborah Shore, says going forward, the EPA will review and approve of plans by Norfolk Southern to get rid of the hazardous materials.
One thing that's been made clear to me is that everyone wants this contamination gone from the community. They don't want the worry, and they don't want the smell. And we owe it to the people of East Palestine to move it out of the community as quickly as possible.
A preliminary report from the NTSB released on Thursday found hotbox sensors determined a wheel bearing was heating up miles before it eventually failed and caused the train to derail. The report said the detectors did not alert the crew until it was too late.
A teenager is facing a battery charge after he allegedly attacked a high school employee in Flagler County, Florida, the northeastern part of the state. Now, we won't show you the attack because it's extremely graphic nature, but here you can see the employees on the ground and several employees are holding the student back. The incident happened last Tuesday and was all caught on camera. The sheriff's office says the employee attempted to take away the 17-year-old's Nintendo Switch device. The video shows a teen brutally attacking the employee, knocking her to the ground, then kicking and punching her. The employee ended up in the hospital. The teen is currently being held at the Juvenile Detention Center.
26 suspected gang members have been arrested in California over the course of a 4-day operation. The sheriff's office says 6 firearms, drugs, cash, and other items were seized. This happening southeast of Fresno. Additional search warrants in other locations of known Norteño gang members turned up more firearms, ammunition, and drugs. Now authorities searched nearly 100 homes during their sweep.
This weekend, an 18-year-old from Denver City earned $180,000 for this year's worth of her work at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. So Ashton Floyd won the top spot at the livestock auction, winning Grand Champion Steer Award in the Junior Livestock Show. She spent the last year training, feeding, and grooming her steer named Travis. And of course, Travis, he was a showstopper. Bidders from all over Texas threw their money in the ring for the honor of helping her raise scholarship money. Ashton is planning to use the money to go to the South Plains College to judge livestock next year.
And meanwhile, at the historic Market Square in downtown San Antonio, it's already started its rodeo roundup party.
So this celebration marks the end of San Antonio's rodeo season. Of course, the last weekend in February. If you weren't able to make it out yesterday, you still have time to visit today since they start at 10 this morning, going until 6 tonight. Make sure to grab your boots and your family as you head over to enjoy the food booths, horse rides, and music from local country artists.
Overall, it's turning out pretty great. The music's great.
The food's wonderful, so I think we're gonna have a good turnout.
New attractions are at the family-friendly party this year, like a petting zoo where you can meet someone new.
It's 6:40 and 66 degrees.
And coming up next, you might have seen these going viral on social media. We're talking about the famous big red boots, who's wearing them, and why are they so popular?
Also, have you seen how much they cost?
Yeah, that's
woof.
Makes them less popular for me.
Me too, Jonathan. I'm not a fan of this 66 degrees at 8:40 this morning. The visibility out there and that humidity that's lingering. Sarah Spivey will have the forecast when we come back.
This Sunday morning,
we are back in Ukraine 1 year later.
powerful, emotional, historic. Martha Raddatz in the war zone in Ukraine. Cameras rolling inside Putin's war. The special this week, Sunday morning on ABC.
Well, there's an eye-catching new trend in footwear. Actually, eye-popping might be a better term.
That's right. Their boots fit for a cartoon character, but designed for human feet. And big red boots are red hot. CNN's Jeannie Moose reports on who's wearing them.
The big red boots are not the ones Nancy Sinatra had in mind.
These boots are made for walking.
Nope, these boots are made for flaunting. Fashion influencers are styling them.
It's a goofy shoe. I give them a 10 out of 10.
Even influencers of the grandpa generation. Wrestler Seth Rollins pretends stomped his opponent wearing big red boots. Ever since they went on sale for $350 and sold out in minutes, fashionistas can't shut up about the big red boots, created by the art collective Mischief.
They do make you want to touch them.
Yeah.
YouTube sneakerhead Steve Natto found that out when he wore them to SneakerCon.
And some people ask to touch the shoes.
How do they feel? Well, the top part
Is flexible, but the bottom part is definitely not.
Steve says they're comfy. He wore them all day without pain. Their creator describes them as cartoonish. Some refer to them as Astro Boy boots. And though they're easy to put on, getting them off can get you stuck if you're not wearing your perfect size.
My foot got stuck, so I had to do what I had to do, man.
Now they're showing up on everyone from Puss in Big Red Boots to the character boots from Dora the Explorer to Tony Soprano paired with a bathrobe. People wanted to buy them right off Steve's feet offering.
I got like 800, 900, 1,000. I think I got like 1,300 or 1,400. They just kind of kept going up.
For now, they're the it shoe.
Are you ready, Boots?
They're not about to get the boot.
Start walking.
Jeannie Moose, CNN, New York.
We've had a lot of shoe trends in our life, haven't we?
I feel like now that they're popular, it's like not cool anymore.
It's not cool anymore, so stop trying.
They probably are stinky too.
Yeah, probably. I just remember when I was growing up in the 90s, those Jellies sandals were like a huge hit, and it always gave you blisters.
The light up shoes. Do you remember the goo shoes where they had the goo in the front?
I do remember.
I had a pair of the goo shoes.
I do.
So
Wow,
cool.
you're so cool.
I know.
Well, fog is all the rage this morning out there for us around San Antonio. This is the look outside. Dense fog advisory until 10 o'clock this morning. Visibility is down to a mile at the airport. Here's the airport, and you can barely make out the air traffic control tower there off in the distance. Very difficult to see. 65 degrees. Here's a look at visibility down to half a mile in New Braunfels, down to 2.5 miles in Hondo, down to 5 in Uvalde. Let's go ahead and zoom in. Visibility is worse up I-35, but we also have visibility as low as 1/4 mile in Bernie. Visibility down to half a mile in San Marcos, down to half a mile in New Braunfels as well, and down to 2.5 miles out east toward Converse. It is very mild this morning. You don't need the jacket. Temperatures in the 60s, 60 in New Braunfels, 63 in Converse, 67 at Stinson, 66 in Helotes, and 61 in comfort. Let's go ahead and take a look at the radar because we do have some showers out there. Now around San Antonio, most of this rain has started to let up, but we are seeing an isolated shower out near Leon Springs right now. Let's go ahead and zoom in, get you a neighborhood view. Looks like the neighborhood of Stage Run getting a light rain shower here right along Bernie Stage Road. There's the neighborhood of Stage Run there. And so again, just a very light rain shower out there. And then in fact, areas closer to Seguin this morning getting at least a decent rain shower moving in. You can see right along the highway there, right along Highway 123, we're seeing an isolated shower just to the south of Seguin. Again, these are very isolated, few and far between, and as we put them in motion, they're streaming very quickly to the north. There's lots of other things to talk about out there, including the fact that as we look at the futurecast, you know, an isolated shower is possible until about 10, but then around noon, we're going to start to see more sunshine. It's going to be a pretty warm day today once we see the sun. 82 in New Braunfels, 83 Poteet, 84 Pleasanton, 83 in Floresville. Consider our average high temperature this time of year is 70, so we're going to be quite a bit warmer than that. Upper 70s across the hill country. Here's your KSAT 12-hour forecast for San Antonio. Again, seeing some fog through about 10. By noon, we'll be in the mid-70s already, starting to see some sun. 80s this afternoon, 83 for the high. It's going to be breezy too. We'll have southeast winds gusting up to 25 miles per hour. Temperatures will be mild this evening in the 70s. All right, the weather setup across the nation. All eyes are on the system that's currently streaming very quickly through Arizona. It's moving quickly east, and because of its quick pace, it's going to put out some very high wind gusts for areas across the Panhandle and Big Bend later on today. This is a snapshot at 6 o'clock this evening. We could see wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour across West Texas. It's very dusty out there, so some of this dust could end up working its way to south central Texas. Notice in San Antonio, we are not going to be that windy, but we may have to monitor for some dust tomorrow during the day. Rainfall is not going to be good for us. An isolated shower is possible overnight as that front moves through, but the big impact to your day will be lower humidity tomorrow and sunshine. It's going to be warm tomorrow, high near 85, even warmer over the next several days, near 90 degrees on Thursday. A potent cold front's going to move through Thursday night into Friday. That's going to drop our temperatures from near 90 to into the upper 60s, and it could bring wind gusts of up to 40 miles per hour. Even more than that, this may be overdoing it, but still 45 mile per hour wind gusts, it's within the realm of possibility once that front moves through on Thursday. Going to be very windy, so keep that in mind. Unfortunately, again, no major chances for rain. Even though we'll have low humidity and warm weather tomorrow, the humidity is right back on Tuesday, so a very spring-like week with the potential for very windy weather Thursday night into Friday as well.
And I mean, technically, we still can get a freeze in the next coming weeks.
Our average last freeze is February 24th, so we've already passed that. I mean, technically, there is the potential. We've seen last freezes as late as April.
Okay.
So we'll keep you updated, though, of course.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah. Time is 8:51, 66 degrees.
Metabolism. Some say it's genetic, but are we really doomed with what we're born with? Coming up tomorrow on GMSA, we'll tell you what you need to know to boost your metabolism.
Hey, we just got the pollen count in. It is busy. Take a look at that. Molds, hackberry, oak, mulberry, and ash all low, but those trees are pollinating. Visibility is down to 1/4 mile in Bernie, down to 1/2 mile in New Braunfels. We've got areas of fog, dense fog advisory in place for the next hour or so. We've also got some isolated streamer showers, especially east towards Seguin. Looking at the day today, temperatures will climb to near 83 for the high. It's going to be breezy with gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Looking ahead, a low humidity tomorrow, though, 85 for the high temperature, and then humid again on Tuesday, warming up to near 90 by Thursday and becoming pretty windy as that second cold front moves through, dropping highs into the 60s. No major chance for rain for us over the next 7 days, unfortunately.
Okay. I look forward to a cold front after 88 in the middle of the week.
I know.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Jonathan.
My pleasure. Thank y'all.